Biomass is fuel that is developed from organic materials like corn, wood, food waste, and manure. This source of energy is used to create electricity and other power sources like fuel for cars.
The first step would be filtering, which involves warming up the liquid, then it can be filtered through. The second step is removing water. Liquid is boiled to remove all water in the gauge to make reaction faster. The third step is titration, determining amount of dye required, most critical and important stage of biofuel manufacturing.
The next step is preparation. Methanol is mixed with sodium hydroxide to produce a solution. This is generally 20% of the waste. The fifth step is heating and mixing. This is done carefully and no solution should be lost. The final step is settling and separation. After mixing, the liquid has to cool down. After cooling, the biofuel will be found floating at the top. This is easily separated by allowing it to drain out the bottom. Pure biofuel will be left and used for various purposes like fuel for cars.
Biofuel is better for the environment because it produces no harmful emissions and less nitrogen, less global warming and pollution.
Some disadvantages of biomass are the cost of equipment used, and most people are uneducated about biomass for cars. Experts say biomass will increase by 55% by 2030.
The U.S. Department of Energy will provide up to $11.3 million in funding to develop processes for turning biomass into biofuel. Algae is also an emerging source of biofuel. It is more cost and time efficient than any other biomass. Some companies that are already using it are Chevron, United Airlines, and even the Navy. The algae directly produces the oil to be processed into biofuel. It is a simple refining process similar to crude oil. Algae presents a biofuel that needs minimal processing and has a carbon neutral footprint.
Europe is starting and enforcing biofuels more than the United States, and by 2020 should be at 10%. They are also less dependent on fossil fuels.
France produces the most ethanol in Europe. Bioenergy consumption doubled from 2000 to 2013.
Europe uses a total of 15% of renewable energy, and of that, 10% is biomass. Overall, Europe is ahead of the US and has placed stricter laws to enforce the use of biomass and biofuels in their countries. In general, biomass should be the energy source used in Europe and the United States. Biomass is better overall because it uses less energy, it's better for the environment, and it produces no harmful emissions and provides jobs.